Let's focus outside the home. Your vocation, sometimes, but not always your job, is generally the first place where you get the opportunity to witness to other people. And the church is the first place where you are called to serve. While there are definitely levels beyond the church if we want to continue extrapolating this idea, think starting your own business or getting into politics of some kind, I believe that Christians are at least called to participate in these two levels. Welcome to the Altered Call podcast. My name is Alex Pillischafske. I want to thank you for joining me on these introductory episodes. I hope that you enjoyed this overview of the material coming soon. My call is to push men to at least get to the point where they are serving in the church. I chose to call level 3 vocation instead of career as an acknowledgement that at this level there are often two distinct situations: vocation as a career and vocation outside of a career. I believe that each person has a specific calling, but I hate to assume that all of those callings will necessarily coincide with income. In the first scenario, vocation as a career, it simplifies the financial aspects because you're able to provide for your family and pursue God's call at the same time. But there can be a struggle to balance the two, or a temptation to pursue your calling too aggressively, or to pursue money too aggressively at the expense of your family or yourself. If you don't find your calling along your career path, it can be hard to find time to pursue your calling, or there can be a temptation to put it off, thinking that you'll find time for it in another season of life. The primary goals of this level are to ensure that your family is provided for. You are pursuing a passion that goes beyond your four walls, and that God's calling for your life is taken seriously. And finally, we get to the church. This can be equally confusing because isn't serving the church always a good thing? I have been a part of churches where they have a very utilitarian view of their members, and they attempt to harvest the maximum talent out of each in pursuit of God's purpose. While I absolutely think that Christians need to be serving the church, there need to be healthy boundaries in place and seasons of rest so that people don't get burnt out or hurt by overzealous pastors. Alternatively, you run into scenarios where people don't know how to serve, don't feel qualified to serve for some reason, or assume that because everything seems to be working, that they aren't needed. So let's clear those up now. The church needs volunteers. There are no special qualifications, and if the churches that I have attended are representative in any way, there is a massive lack of men at all levels. We need to be doing a much better job of taking care of the church. Eventually, the goal is that you will use your unique giftings to step into a role to serve the church in an amazing way. But if you aren't that far along, or if you haven't earned the right to serve at that level, then start by doing something. Find a ministry that you are passionate about and offer them your time. Find someone that is operating inside of their calling and offer to support them. You won't start by moving mountains, but I believe that faithful service, prioritized the right way, is always something worth pursuing. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Altered Call podcast. I would love to hear from you. Please leave a review or find links to what I'm doing in the show notes.